Hello everyone. In today's video tutorial, we are going to look at how we can enter data in a table and how we can modify a given table that is found in a database file. To follow this tutorial, we are still going to open our database, which is known as Workers Wage. If you don't have this database, then I encourage you to create a new database. Then you will pause the video and insert the data that we have in this database. So since we already have it here, we shall just click on the file to open it. If you cannot see your database file from this recently opened databases, then you can click on this more option. For instance, if I click on it, it will take us to this dialog box. Then you have to specify, or you have to locate where you saved your file. Now for my example, my file is still here under document. If you had saved your file under, say, local disk, then you go to the local disk. If you had saved under the desktop, then you click the desktop and search for that file. So if it is here, it is just a matter of clicking, then you open it. Then your database will be opened. Then even the file name, you will see it above there. In our previous tutorial, we saw how we can work with the field properties, and we inserted a few data in our table. So we are still going to open this table by double clicking on it. Then we have our table opened for us. So these are the few records that we entered in our table in our last previous tutorial. Now we can start entering records in our table. We shall click in this cell where we see new. So since this field is to hold auto number, we are not going to type anything, but press on the tab key to go to the next cell. So we type our or enter our data now. We have Jimmy. We press tab, Mukisa. Then this one is from Mpigi, so we select Mpigi, born on February 2nd, 1990. He is supposed to earn 380,000, so we put 380,000. Already paid is 150, so put 150,000. So he's not cleared, we shall leave it blank. We continue pressing. Then the next person is now John, so we type John Chiega. John Chiega is from Luwero, so we are going to select Luwero. Date of birth, May 5th, 1981, and is earning 400,000. He has received the whole of it, 400,000. So here we have to click to check, indicating that he has received or has been cleared, as we can see from the field name. So we press tab. After John we have Joseph. Another name is Kamanje is from Luwero, so we have Luwero. Is born on August 8th, 1971, he's supposed to earn 300,000, that is his wage total, and he has received 250, already paid 250. So we shall leave this place empty because we have not yet cleared, or he has not been cleared. We continue with tab. After Joseph we have Julius. Julius is, another name is Malagara. Malagara is from PG, so we select PG. Born in September 9th, 1971. His wage is 350, and he has received the whole of it. Then we have to check because he has got it all. We press tab. Then we have, after Julius we have Justin, so we type Justin. Another name is, so Justin is Nancha, so we type Nancha. Nancha is from Kasese. You are going to put Kasese. Then born in June 9th, 1996. She's supposed to receive 350,000. And she has got the whole of it, 350,000. So we are going to check. We continue to the next person, Jimmy. Jimmy Kako. Kako is from Apache. So you select Apache. Born in June, February 1991. Then he's supposed to earn his wage as 250,000. Has received only, already paid is 10,000. Then after Jim we have Patience. Patience. Appeal. So we type Appeal. From Apache. Date of birth is January 8th, 1981. She's supposed to earn 280,000 and has received or already paid is only 50,000. Then our last person is Patrick Campbell from Kasese. Feb 8th, 1981. He's supposed to receive 380,000. He's already paid us 150,000. So we leave this area blank. So this is how we can enter the records in a given table. So now that we have created our table, sometimes you may feel like you want to change the spelling in your data that you have entered in the table. So to change, for example, you realize that the name Mukisa is supposed to have double I and you have on a single I. So you just go to that field, you click in the field, then you add that or you edit that cell data that you want to edit. After editing, you just go and click on OK. So editing, you go to the field, select that field, do the editing, and then always remember to save the changes. Then secondly, if you have, for example, some columns like this one is too wide and you want to reduce on its size, what you do, you use these borders, the border lines that we see, for example, between date of birth and the wage total. So to reduce this column, you click, hold, then move to this direction so that you can reduce the size of a given column or field. So if it is widening, you just use that same border. Even any other borders can help you to widen the fields that you want to widen. So that's how you can widen the fields. Then with the rows, you go to this point where we see this feature. If it turns into that double arrow, click, hold, and then move down. Now with the rows, it widens all other rows at the same time. So that's how we can widen the rows and the column, or that's how we can modify our rows and columns, or now in database we are calling the fields and the records. While working with this database, there is also a possibility of hiding some fields. So if you want to hide a given field, for instance this one of last name, you go to that field. When that pointer appears, you click to select that entire field. So after selecting to hide, you will right click, then go to this option for hide columns. So you click on it. So when you click, we can now see that field for the last name has been hidden. To unhide the field that is hidden, what you do is that you go to the right, or to the field at the right of the hidden one. Now in our example, it is this field, district, because we have first name and last name is hidden. Now you go to this very field, click the whole column, then right click. When you right click, you will go and use this option of unhide columns. Then you click on unhide columns. The unhide columns dialog box will be displayed for you. You realize that all other field names are checked. Then the one which is not checked is the one which is hidden. So if you want it to be displayed once again in your table, or if you want to unhide, then you check it. Once you check it and see in your table, it is automatically unhidden as per now. So that's how we can unhide that field. It is just a matter of uncheck if you want to hide, then to unhide is to check to that field. Then after checking, you click on the close button. So when you click on the close button, we have our field back. Then another thing that we have to take note of is that you may realize that you have missed some field in your table and you want that field to be inserted there. For instance, you might have missed a field between district and date of birth, and that field is supposed to be address. So to insert that field, there are two ways to do that. You can either use this very datasheet view or do it from the design view. So we are going to start with this datasheet view to insert a column or a field. So to insert it between these two, we shall select this very field for date of birth. After selecting, we shall go to data sheet view. From data sheet view, we have this option for insert. When you point at it, there is a preview showing you are going to insert a column. So you click to insert. When you click to insert, this program will always insert that column to the left of the selected one. So that's why we see it to the left of this field of date of birth. Now you have to go ahead and give this field a name, or this column a name, where we see field 1. To give it a name, now from this datasheet view, you simply double click. Now when you double click, the field will get highlighted with that black background. Now you can go ahead and type the name of the field as address. Then click inside the cell and you have the field inserted or the column inserted. However, this column has to get the data type. So we click under any of the cells in this column. Then to insert the data type, we use this very area. Assuming you wanted a different data type, then you just come and select the data type from this list. Since address is text, you just leave it as text. So that is how we can create a field or insert a field when we have forgotten to do so. And after you've inserted, you have to remember to save the changes you have made by clicking on the save button, which is found on the quick access toolbar. To insert a field or a column in your table from the design view, we are going to open the table in design view. So click on the view option, then design view. So when you click on design view, our table will be opened in design view. So from this design view, we would like now to insert our column which we missed. Assuming we want to insert a column between last name and district, and that column is supposed to be named gender. So to insert it between last name and district, we shall select this row below. So after selecting this row below, we shall go and click insert row. So when you click on insert row, then you will have that row inserted between this one of district and last name. We should not forget that the rows that we have in this design view corresponds to the columns when you open your table in a datasheet view. So now we can go ahead and we call it gender. After typing gender, here you go direct and give it a data type. So gender, it is always text. After doing that, you click on save. Now let's open our table in a datasheet view so that we can see whether we have this field inserted also in the datasheet view. So we shall right click, then click on datasheet view. Now if you look between this last name and district, we have got our field named gender. So that's how you can insert your column from the design view. If we don't want these fields or these columns that we have created to remain in our table, that means that we have to delete them. So to delete any field that you don't want in a table, you first of all select the field. After selecting the field or your column, go to datasheet view. From the datasheet view, you have this option for deleting. So you click on the delete option. Then this dialog box will be displayed for you, telling you, do you want to permanently delete the selected field and all the data in the field? Then if you are sure, you say yes. So when you click on yes, that field gets deleted. So you do the same for this one. We select, then go to delete. The same dialog box will come to notify you. Then if you are sure, you click on yes. So when you click on the yes button, then we have the fields deleted from our table. Then from our table, just below where we see this word record, you may want to navigate or move within the records you have in the table. So these navigation buttons can help you to do so. Now, as per the navigation area, it is showing you that we have got 10 records. So it counts from this first one up to the last. That's why we see the 10 records. Now, if you want to move within the records, for instance, we are going to click in that first cell. Now to move to the different records, as you click on this button, you can see that the records will keep on, you will keep on navigating within your record. Then to move to the last record, you use this button for last record. So when you click on it, you are taken up to the last record. Then this one takes you to the first record in the table. So when you click on it, you are taken up there. Then if you want to create a new record, you just use this option for new blank record. So when you click on it, you will be taken just at the last point of the records. Then where we see search, if we can click there, you may decide to search for anything that is within the table. For instance, you would like to search for Kako, so you type the data there, then the data will be highlighted from your table. So we can as well use this navigation area to help us navigate or move within our table. Hope you found this video tutorial useful to you. That's it for now. See you in our next tutorial.